and they're mowing. Well, we'll just have to do it anyway. So Sonia Kashuk, if you don't know, Sonia Kashuk sold her name brand to Target in 2015. So this is by Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk, a limited edition Pretty Cheeky palette. And it is this pretty salmon color. And it has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight inside. And I had seen so many good things about it, so I picked one up for myself. And I also picked one up for a giveaway. So keep your eyes out, there's a giveaway coming. But I started thinking about, you know what, that would be interesting to compare this against the Flower Beauty trio. Now, the colors aren't necessarily the same, but I thought that I would compare them. When I was doing that, I thought, you know what, I have some others. So I also have the Maybelline Master Contour and the little Rimmell face palette. We'll start out with these two because that's what interested me. The Sonia Kashuk is total of 10.8 grams, which is 3.6 grams each individually, and it does come with a mirror, and it is very cute and sleek packaging and is made in Italy. The Flower Beauty contouring little palette here is 8.2 grams, which is 2.7 grams each, and doesn't have a mirror. The Sonia Kashuk is $19.99, whereas the Flower Beauty retails for $12.98. Now, in the comparison, although the Flower Beauty has larger pans, there is more product in the Sonia Kashuk Pretty Cheeky palette. Now, the colors are not the same. I mean, in putting them together, you've got a coral blush here for summertime, and you've got a bright pink blush here for springtime. Now, this is the light to medium. They also have another shade that is a deeper medium shade. This only comes in the one shade. This is the permanent line at Flower Beauty, and this is limited edition. When it's sold out, it's out. You can get the Flower Beauty at Walmart and flowerbeauty.com, whereas this you can only get at Target. Now, let's go into the products themselves. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so loud. Although the ingredients are very similar, there are some varying differences, and I couldn't tell you what they are. But the Flower Beauty is very creamy and silky in texture. When you dip your brush in, it has a lot of kick up. The Pretty Cheeky palette from Sonia Kashuk is also very creamy and silky feeling, but I don't get as much kick up with it. Now, I am wearing the Pretty Cheeky palette on my face today, and I used it for my eyeshadows as well. I think it has a good, beautiful golden kind of highlight, little undertone of goldish to it. The coral blush that's in here is very, very pretty. It makes for a very bright look on the face. And the bronzer is nice. It's what I used to bronze up my whole face today. I didn't necessarily contour, although you could. It does have a bit of a warmer undertone than what a normal contouring shade would. Now, on my eyes, I use this as the transition shade. I use this deeper to make a deeper orangey color, and then I use this all over my lid and just a little bit up here to highlight. And I think it turned out really great. I like this all over look. You could even put this on your lips if you wanted to just have a palette for a weekend and not have to worry about anything. You could just, look at that. Put that over some lip balm and you have a really great lip color too. I mean, it's $19.99 and it is limited edition, but I just wanted to bring that out there. It does last most of the day, about 6 to 8 hours, which is pretty comparable to the Flower Beauty. Now, the Flower Beauty this is the light to medium, so it does have, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about the lawn mowing. So it does you can see the powder that it kicks up right there. So it does have a very bright, beautiful flush of color, a beautiful pink. It is a very natural look and not as a bronzy look. I would consider the Cheeky palette a more bronzy palette, something to bring color to your face and warmth to your face, where this is actually just a good, nice face palette to have your bronzer, your brush, and highlight all in one. I would consider this every day, and wow, can you guys see? This highlight is banging. Just to show you the difference in the highlights, you can see the difference right here that this is more of a champagne-y color, more of a brighter color, whereas the Pretty Cheeky palette is more of a golden color. So here is the bronzer from the Pretty Cheeky, and here is the bronzer from the Flower Beauty. So you can see the Pretty Cheeky has a little bit more of a warmer tone and is more of a actual bronzing sun color that would be nice, whereas this has a little bit more of a cooler shade to it, I believe. I will say I have not traveled with the Pretty Cheeky palette just yet. I have traveled with the Flower Beauties. It doesn't travel well. I would not travel with this. I just wouldn't put it in my suitcase. I wouldn't put it in my makeup bag to travel on a plane with, because the first time I traveled with it, it was destroyed. I mean, it was just smashed everywhere. So I haven't traveled with this yet, but we'll see. So $12.98, $19.99, limited edition, permanent line, readily available, 2 shades. This is it, 1 color, but it is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, let's go into the Maybelline and the Rimmell. Neither one of these have a mirror either. The Rimmell sells for around $6.59. You can get it at Ulta, at Walgreens, at CVS. The Maybelline Master Contour sells for around $8.99, and you can get it at all of those places as well. And these are readily available. The Rimmell this is in the 001 Golden Sands, and I believe they have another color as well. It is a total of 18.5 grams, which is a whopping 6.17 grams each. The Master Contour Palette comes with a little brush, which is nice, but I don't use it. And I traveled with this and everything fell out. I had to glue it back in. It is 10 grams of product total, which is 3.33 grams each. This has the most product. This has the least amount of product. So since Rimmell is in my hand, I will say that this is a good starter if you just want something to have. You don't have a lot of drugstore products and you wanted to try. But the bronzer is just too, it says Golden Sands. It's just too, well, it's not very pigmented. The blush is very, 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 very soft. And this highlighter is more to me like a finishing powder. It just doesn't really, do you see? It just doesn't really come off. It has more of a natural and not as pigmented. So I will say if you're looking something for just a, no makeup day, you just want a little blush and bronzer on it, with no foundation, no BB cream, you could probably go with this because it would be not very much on your, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend this. With the Maybelline, I did travel with this and I did like it. This highlighter is really, really, really pretty. It's a very subtle highlight, but it's a very pretty highlight. The blush is very, very similar to the blush in the Flower Beauty one, but the Maybelline one is not as pigmented. You can see this is the Flower Beauty and this is the Maybelline. So, but it is buildable. You could build it up. And I do like the blush in here, but I did not find that these lasted on my face for very long. You would have to reapply throughout the day, but it is a very nice drugstore for under $10. So to wrap it up, out of the 4, I will go from lowest price to highest price, which in my opinion is probably my recommendations. The Rimmell is around $6 and $7, readily available at any drugstore. And so is the Maybelline. It's around under $10, readily available as well. These come in various different shade colors. The Flower Beauty, $12.98 at Walmart and flowerbeauty.com, is a very, very lovely, everyday, very beautiful, very pigmented, very nice, creamy feeling. I love this palette. I think this would be a great addition to anyone's makeup collection, and it comes in 2 different shades. The Pretty Cheeky palette from Sonia Kashuk, which so far I am really loving. It is long wearing, just like the Flower Beauty. It has a very different tone, and you can see it has got a corally summer color. It's very nice. It is limited edition, so it's not going to be around forever, and it is available at Target. Those are my opinions, and they are just my opinions. So I will say I love this one, but it just doesn't travel well. I don't know if it's because the pans are so thin, and I think that's what it is, because when you look at these and you compare the Flower Beauty to the Sonia Kashuk palette, the pan size is larger in the Flower Beauty, but you get more product in the Sonia Kashuk. So I think these pans are so small that that's why they break apart so quickly, and that's why it's so fragile. I think that Flower Beauty, if you're listening, I think it would be great for you to repackage these in deeper pans, just a little bit smaller pans. I do like the square rectangle, but as you can see, you could make this a little bit smaller. So loving it. You know, when I got this, I was loving it. When I got this, I didn't care for it, but it's nice to have in my collection. Really, is it nice to have in my collection? Hey, this is just not, I don't know. But I'm most excited about these. Okay, that's enough of me talking. That's enough of me chatting. Please comment down below. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos and which of these 4 is your favorite. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out my channel today. You know what? Come back and see us again. Makes me happy when you do. Bye.